Overseer's Log 22, The Trial of Jim Wayne, Part 2. Hello, Vault Dwellers and Wastelanders. My name is Kyle, and I will be your overseer for this diary companion episode to our Fallout TTRPG actual play series, Tales from Tomorrow, Under the Mothman's Embrace. That's our first season, and I want to shout that out right off the bat because we are prepping the launch of Season 2, which has been this wonderful culmination of getting to know a bunch of different players who are going to be part of the summer campaign series. You might have heard those in previous episodes. We're going to host a burst of one-offs, three-offs, small campaigns, and life got the best of myself and many of the other players. New jobs, new locations, new everything, vacations, all the rest. And so here we are in September launching our real campaign. And the great thing is, because we've had like 4 different pre-session zeros where we've been learning about each other as individuals and what our play styles are, what our interests are, where the campaign's going to be set, how this world's going to work. Getting to know each other, that's really built the foundation for us to do an entire campaign off of this. So likely not just a 3-shot by any means, but we're going to start it in that format and we're going to see where it goes from there. Hey, housekeeping note, a reminder that you'll be able to find this show and all the rest over at overseerkyle.com. That's the place to go. That's where you can find everything I'm going to talk about on today's episode. And I will call out that on today's, we are once again going through a list from our Discord server. You can see these are the weekly recaps I've been doing. This one's dated August 23rd. That's today. And in here, I recap a Vault broadcast that was just released. That was with Jeff of Wasteland Free Radio. Fantastic interview. I mean, Jeff was just phenomenal to talk to. And honestly, Jeff, if you're out there by some stretch listening to this episode, I need to get in touch with you because my audio with this mixer over here and having a genuinely dead preamp on there. I need to get this one sent back to Rode. Hopefully that's something they'll still do. I think I'm a little past warranty on it, but we'll see. But beyond that, then I feel like I sound really nasally on this mic, kind of like really sharp too. And a bit of it's the noise from the room. I can tell there's a bit of an echo still that needs to get dampened. And I don't know. I just got to reach out to a real professional, and Jeff said he helps people with that. So that was a beautiful part of that interview, is just even hearing how helpful and community-based these Fallout creators are. We're nothing without the community, the people that tune in, which is a great reminder to tell you all to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment below, even if just to say, hey, been enjoying the lineup of shows, whatever it is you feel like posting. It all helps against the algorithm, which keeps us down. I mean, it sucks. I say this all the time, but YouTube dictates whether a video is going to be sent to the masses or not within the first hour of it posting, which probably means I should really dedicate my life to the 5 o'clock hour and pounding the pavement, making sure that video goes out there for everyone to see. That would be really smart of me in the future, but let's see if my brain can actually get around to doing that. So with that being said, it is also a reminder to go follow the Vault broadcast show across all the different platforms, Spotify, iTunes, etc. I do that on our second channel, Overseer Kyle, so you can find our shows nicely separated between the two. That we've got the TTRPG is Tales from Tomorrow. That's going to be the Campaign 1, Campaign 2, Overseer's Log, all that stuff. And then Overseer Kyle channel is Vault Broadcast, including our brand new roundtables, which I will put that in here before we go on to the next segment. Roundtables. We've just started doing Friday Night Fallout. It is a thing I'm doing presented by Vault Broadcast. It is a subgenre segment within Vault Broadcast. On Friday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I am meeting with a bunch of other creators, myself and about 3 others. Might, have an extra or not one week. We'll see how that goes. We're going to meet up. We talk Fallout news. We already recorded the first one, and it was phenomenal. It worked out so well. We went story by story, kind of tapped all the people at the table. That flow is going to get a lot more natural as we get into this on an ongoing basis. The longer all of us are together as creators talking, we get used to each other's flow more and more and more. So that's going to be really fun. That's going to absolutely take off in the future. It's such a fun concept. I want to be known as a place where you can meet other creators, and I want to be known as a place that's bringing you good news recaps, because it's something I crave. I hate how hard it is to gather all these things that I want to know about across the internet. I like this podcast, and I like this YouTube channel, and I want these news stories, and I want this and that. and it's very hard to find a place that can actually aggregate that for you. And I've always really wanted to be a tastemaker in that way. Like I've really, for you World of Warcraft nerds back in the 2000s, you may remember sites like WoW Insider and things like that, where they did sort of just a journalistic dive into a game you already love. They were putting out all kinds of different articles. They were giving insight on crafting, on leveling guides, on the new expansion, on developer deep dives, on, all these different parts that make up the tapestry of a community, right? All these different building blocks that make the thing interesting. And that's what I hope to bring to the Fallout space, especially around Fallout 76, in the timing around the TV series, all the rest. That's what I want to be in here doing. So hopefully people will continue to glob onto it. It is all about a community effort, right? It's bringing people together. So that is just briefly to say that we are doing Friday Night Fallout. That is on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Overseer Kyle. That is Friday nights. 5 p.m. is the round table. 7 p.m. we hop into Fallout 76. And this is this is intentionally a launching pad for other creators to get involved. So hear me out. Friday night, we meet at 5 o'clock. We kick off this round table. We talk about all the latest news. We just talked about Camp Overhaul, Season 2 trailer, posters, stills that came out. We're talking about possible remaster of New Vegas happening. We're talking about all of that on the first hour and a half. Then we take a half an hour break, where in the future we're going to start packing in some pre-generated like people's ads that they send in, other creators that want to, kind of talk into the camera and send us a little promo reel. We can put those in there so others can see them. But then me and those other creators come back after that half an hour break. We come back and we sit down and play 76 with the people who are just hanging out with us in chat. And that means some of us break off to the Xbox side. Some of us are doing things on Twitch. Some of us are off doing the grind again in the game. Like, there's so many ways to take it, but this is an open call to other creators. If you want to be a part of this, let me know and we'll get you in on it, because this is all about introducing communities to communities to communities to communities. That's the purpose here. I think that's all I'm going to say right now on Vault Broadcast. I will say, if you want to see Friday Night Fallout, more info about it, there's already a page on the website. So go check that out, overseerkyle.com. Hey, while we're on that note, why don't we do a little change to the little icon right below me and do one of these and say, if you want to support all the work we're doing, and I'm pacing it out, we got something like 6 new pieces of content every week coming out for people. It's about there. We might be one short yet, but come by on October, and I think it'll be 6 per week. We're giving you a new piece minus one day of the week. Anyway, if you want to support what we're doing, you want to save yourself 20% off the Bethesda shop while they're stocking it with goodies, go use the code VAULT2 and tell your friends, right? Send this to any friends that are going to go shop on the store. I get about a 7% kickback off of all of that. So, you can quickly see, you can be giving us like a $20-some donation in a very short order off of their website, especially with the stuff that they're probably going to pop up there in time to the new TV series. So save that. By the way, what are we going to do when it expires? Oh no. We're going to go to Vault 3, right? We're going to go up. We're going to up the number. So just be prepared if you catch this later. And if that doesn't work for you, you can always check the description of the latest YouTube video, and it will always have the latest code. So there you go. Nice and easy for you. Easy peasy. Back to our screen, please. Thank you, sir. That's me talking to myself. We are going to Tales from Tomorrow. That is our TTRPG series. We had the Trial of Jim Wayne Part 2. Oof. Things are getting explosive in the town of Hope, and I mean that literally, because the Mothman cultists blew up a portion of the town. That was sort of a way to help my players get out of a little bit of a pickle there. Raven's been digging a ditch for herself. I mean, the player, Mac Ravenblood, has been digging a ditch for herself in voice comms every week, just trying to stir the pot after our games and before them and in between them. And she's over there trying to stir the pot, and what she's getting in return is maybe some bad stuff happening. Raven. And we got DK trying to defend Jim Wayne a little bit. Didn't work out. Really odd. DK, that speech, man, that was a speech. DK gave the speech of all speeches to offend scientists. So if you're a scientist, plug your ears for this episode. He managed to turn Lena and Tom and Jacob against him. That was incredible. I will save that episode for all of you to go check out. It's up on YouTube and Substack, of course. We did the case review following that, where we went into the episode as a deep dive after that. I don't want to say too much about, by the way, like I know these Overseer logs, I'm usually intending to go into detail about the episode, but I don't want to tell you too much. There's just too much drama, and it's on a razor's edge. So like you need to go see it for yourself. Case review, of course, again, we sit down after the episode. We talk for about 15 minutes. We decompress. Very fun, very good, very happy we do that. And again, thank you to the people out there. The nicest compliment I ever got off of all of this was someone saying, Kyle, every GM should do one of these Overseer log type things. They should all have a compendium diary companion episode. Like, yeah, so that means a lot. On that note, trying out Foundry. Thanks to Neri for helping us with that. Neri's going to be in the upcoming Tales from Tomorrow game Season 2, and Neri's been helping me get into Foundry. I'm hoping that is a system that people here will get a lot of joy out of. I'm using Forge for it as well. That's the online extension. So if you have familiarity with that, please feel free to drop a comment below. I need to get in there and do a part 2 of my setup for it. We're going to do that for the Lost But Not Forgotten campaign. And then whenever my friends, whenever we're feeling comfortable with it, I'm going to apply it to campaign 1, I think. Or we'll just stick on alchemy for campaign 1. I don't know. It depends on how long campaign 1 runs for. It's already run a year plus. It's a year and a half. We've been running it on our own. It's run for about 8 months here on YouTube. So, you know, it's got some age to it. It's got some legacy. I think these characters eventually do need to retire someday. I think it would be good for my players if these characters retire someday. But that's my opinion. That's just me. Like, I think that's a natural element of just evolving as a player in a TTRPG is to go, okay, well, I got to set up my second character. That's probably the same for most video games too. You know, it forces you at the stage of recreation to go, okay, well, I know a lot more than I did going in. And so now I'm not band-aiding, I'm not patching something. I'm actually recreating it with like a sort of top-down intelligence to it. So it seems like a fun thing to do eventually. Not sure when that day is. I still got lots of bells and whistles for this campaign should they want to keep doing it. But I do keep goading Raven that if she keeps it up, she's going to get robo-brained. So there is the episode of Lost But Not Forgotten, the episode -2, we're calling it. That's up on Substack. You can go listen to the audio-only episode there. And we've got just reminders at the bottom. I do want to tell you all about this. I'm not sure that the webpage would open and you can see it. Oh, you can. Okay, great. I do have this account set up right now. Might change names over time, but right now I'm calling it the vault-tec Hotline. Well, I should say it's just vault-tec Hotline, no the. vault-tec Hotline. You can message this account and send in a voice message, like a voicemail. I've had this other one called Voicecast, and no one's really used it. I think it just is one of those things that people aren't used to it. So why drag people's, to somewhere they don't know? Why drag them and force them to sign up on a site that they don't understand and they're not familiar with? Why not just use Instagram for it? Everyone at least has the ability to make a free Instagram account. And if people, even if you don't like Instagram, you can use it to send in a voice message if that's what you, are so inclined to do. Look at me, I'm going to explode. It's all that vault food they're feeding me. It's all that cram they're shoving in me, filling me with cram. Listen, I got to run to the store, though. So here's what I'm going to do, Vault Dwellers and Wastelanders. I'm going to remind you that we got a heck of a lot of content going on across this space. Vault Broadcast, we talked about. That's up on the Overseer Kyle YouTube channel. We got Fallout Crafting Fairs coming back to you in September, which is going to be amazingly timed. Is it? The first week, he says that, is the first weekend in September. Oh my gosh. So as of this upcoming Tuesday, we've got 1 week till that massive camp update hits in 76. And then our first crafting fair will be on the 6th there. That's wonderful. Yeah, so it's 4 days after the update launches. That's great. So join us in Fallout 76. Get ready for Fridays. That is every Friday, the 29th, the 6th, the 5th, all the rest. That's all us on Friday Night Fallout. And then join us in-game in Fallout on September 6th. We will be doing that crafting fair. But that's going to wrap it here. Let's do it. Oh, a short one this week, 15 minutes. Oh, we're going to hit it in just 4 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, beep, 15 minutes. There you go, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like I said, I'm going to skedaddle. I'm going to get to going and doing my things today. I hope you've been great and healthy out there. I got my, I will say, I did get my ability to capture we got a little bit of that. Okay. Hey, look, we're going to do all the tech issues at the end. I just want to say I got my video capture card working. And I'm getting now higher frames in Fallout 76. So not thanks to the capture card per se, but thanks to me having to fiddle under the hood. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Go enjoy all the stuff we're doing across the network. And thank you for all your compliments, your comments, your thumbs ups, your subscribes, your likes, your shares, your story posts on TikTok and Instagram. It means the world to me. We'll catch you out there. Be safe. Bye-bye.